Tyson did say he's looking at late September, early October for another fight. Big Baby Miller was in attendance. Could he be a possible opponent?
Well, I think we have to really look at the situation and to determine, and it'll be up to ESPN and Fox. Maybe we go right to the fight now.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingWords.com. You seen what he did on Facebook, right?
Listen, I'm gonna make a motherfucking emoji like this, look.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingWords.com. All the guys want. I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather.
It was born to fight.
My life has always been a fight.
I sacrificed a lot to get to where I got to. You don't think you're being overly critical to a guy that took a body shot and didn't go down?
There's no pressure. That's just my style. My style is to dominate. I want to get the guy. I want to stop the guy. My motto is man down.
BoxingWords.com.
Why you mad?
I'm not saying the man can't take body shots. Wait for motherfucking March. We're gonna take this shit to the limit.
BoxingWords.com. Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another fantastic morning of boxing talk. And today, do we have some good news? I mean, I don't know how excited to get as all promoters lie, but Bob Arum did an interview with Helen Yee and said that they're ready to go straight into that Deontay Wilder fight. They think that it's really up to ESPN and whoever Deontay is going to be working with for this particular fight. But Bob said he had assessed Tyson and he thought Tyson needed 2 more fights to get introduced to the American public. But with the phenomenal job that ESPN has done, and those are Bob's words, but we said that right here on this show, he's looking like they can fast track that, which is great news for the boxing public who was left with a decision in a draw that we were not happy with. So, you know what we're talking about now. You know who we're talking about. You know with who I'm going to be discussing this with. My man, Michael Gross in Indiana, Big Mike. You know him. We're going to go out to him right after you write this number down. You embed it in your brain. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Now, don't forget, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Call from anywhere in the world, or at least anywhere where they use Skype. And if you don't have it, download it absolutely free on the Android app market. Also on the iPhone Apple market. Just go ahead and get that absolutely free. While you're there getting free stuff, get another free app. It's called Patreon. Patreon.com. We just did a film study Tuesday yesterday on Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin Hagler. We also did Untitled on Monday. And today, we might have a little special treat for you on a preview to a betting show. We have a new website here in New Jersey that we can use, so I'll have a little bit more enthusiasm when I'm doing it, just as much as Mike, since he's always using 5 dimes. But now I'm back like cook crack on the motherfucking betting scene, since I got 2 New Jersey betting sites that we can use. Find out all the details later on today on patreon.com/the boxing voice. So let me get on out to my co-host, my counterpart, Michael Gross.
Beyonce Productions.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. And he stayed at 147.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. I do apologize, man. I do apologize to everybody out there who's just now joining the stream. My guy had it listed as unlisted, but I just got done changing, so it is public now. So big ups to everybody out there who just now joining. We have I won't want to say breaking news, but some good news. Bob Arum says that they are likely or are interested in doing the Wilder fight next, and I will have to believe this coming from ESPN. Maybe they weren't happy with the viewership. Maybe that they weren't happy with the overall success of that fight, and maybe they just don't want to give Fury tens of millions of dollars to fight guys like Schwartz. So this will,
Damn, why you coming at it negatively?
I'm just being logical. You know what I'm saying? If uh, if
Logical?
if Bob Arum and them said at first came out and said, okay, we're doing one fight this year, or two fights this year, then we'll do Wilder fight next year. Now it all of a sudden come down and changes. That means then maybe I'm just in my
I
interpretation. That
don't think
means,
it really changed. If you
and I get
read,
my interpretation off. You had your chance to do an intro.
yeah, but then you're
Uh,
interpreting it wrong,
but
champ.
it's huh?
You're interpreting it wrong then because I
Okay,
don't
well,
think
let
it
me tell you
changed.
and interpret it wrong. Then we'll get to the fans and people, and that's how we have the conversation. My interpretation is that
But
maybe
I'm a
that
guy that
the
likes to interrupt.
event wasn't a success, so that's why I feel like they're rushing for the rematch next. But good morning, everybody, man. What's going on?
So yeah, man, I just feel like I don't understand why you're coming at it so negative. I can't understand why. Why can't you think that it was an overwhelming success and because of that they're ready to go into the super fight because they know like there's other quotes out there. I mean, Bob Arum has come out as far as saying that Gypsy King versus Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder can go as far as doing better numbers than Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Now, I know it's a bit of a stretch for us hardcores, but he is the promoter. He is the one that gets credit for every single pay-per-view star now, except for Wilder and Canelo. And I guess Earl. Everything else comes from, well, I don't even know. Could you give him, he's got to get some sort of credit for Earl, right? What do you give him? 20, 30, maybe even 40% of the credit for building Mikey Garcia into what he was, making him a commodity that Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn would fight over? I mean, listen, Bob is established. So I think that fights like this with Schwartz are barometer fights for him, and he can gauge it, and I think that's what they've done.
Yeah, I just think it's pressure, probably pressure from the network. Probably not interested in seeing Fury fight guys like Sports. That's why they probably mentioned Pulev's name yesterday as a potential opponent. Now it comes out that he wants to go right ahead to the Wilder fight, which is good for the fans. I'm saying we get the rematch that we want, but and I don't think it'll be a problem for Wilder either. He was on here maybe a couple weeks ago, said step aside money is nothing. We paid it before to Ortiz, so they might be able to pay it again to Ortiz. I'm just of the mindset that maybe ESPN wasn't satisfied with this weekend's action, and maybe they want to push the gas on the rematch. That's why I just feel how this is coming off. What's going on, Big Nick?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like everything points to Fury making a splash. ESPN is the number one most watched sports network. There was and still is plenty of promotion on the .com and throughout ESPN channels. I just think Fury made a splash, man. If you heard Joe Tessitore, he was saying things like, could this be our heavyweight? I mean, just so many things. I'm going to pull up a few stuff that I wrote down because that's what they were doing. They were selling him to you, and I think that they realized they've sold him because he does a good job of selling himself. It's easy for him to help them get to where they want to go when you got a guy like Fury, blowing kisses at his opponent, very witty, elusive in the ring, and got the second round knockout.
Or they realized that nobody wasn't buying that corny shit, and it's time to motherfucking cash in our chips.
But I mean, I think like this is coming from you from a standpoint of like just assumption.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. Like, why do we feel like you feel like that they did a good job and they pushed it out there and all the fans got it gravitated towards it and now they feel like it's the best time. On the other hand, I feel like that maybe this past weekend wasn't a success and they don't want to just keep throwing tens of $millions towards Fury for him to fight guys like Tom Schwartz. So they feel like Wilder is the best option right now.
Listen,
I
man.
mean, because you
All
got to
right.
admit,
Look,
man,
look.
how
Either
many
way,
folks, how many folks actually seen Tyson Fury on ESPN Plus? Or not on ESPN two where the undercard was, but on ESPN Plus.
yeah, but that's the thing. Because it was a second round knockout, it doesn't matter because they're highlighting it all over. Have you gone to ESPN.com? Have you looked at how
I never
much?
go to ESPN.com.
Go there just for the show purposes right now while I go ahead and play this clip.
In America, we run it back. It ain't no hiding. It ain't no going to no other opponents. It ain't no needing warm-ups. You run it back, and that's what I'm doing to prove that I knocked him out. But this time, I'm going to do it in an even better fashion than I did the first time. Because you got to remember, Fury gave it all he got. But you got to understand that every fighter that fights me, they train their hardest. They give it their all because they know they're in front of a killer.
I want to stop it there because Fury already done this though. Trained and gave it his all. And what I mean by that is he's already gotten the tune-up that he needed. You seen between him and Ben Davison, they never really stopped working. Right after the December fight, they stood in the gym. They got slimmer. Then they strategically gained the weight to put on the power. I just think maybe they feel they're ready, bro. Maybe they seen everything they needed to see. They seen it in camp, and then he executed it in the fight, possibly.
I mean, yeah, but they've been working ever since the fight. You know what I'm saying? We seen them on the pads and stuff like that. So yeah, but they've been working. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hopefully, Deontay's been working too. You know what I'm saying? So we'll definitely get a good fight. I'm on ESPN.com, bro. I don't see nothing about boxing. I see straight NBA.
Bro, obviously you got to hit the boxing tab.
So okay, hit the boxing tab. Okay, I got you. All right. I thought you meant like.
Was that part of your theatrics for the show?
Yeah. I bet you meant like the mainstream, the mainstream.
Oh, so you're saying go to ESPN.com and see it there.
Yeah, I thought you meant like you see Fury on the main screen, but yeah, of course, boxing. Yeah, you gonna see Fury. Yeah, he's the guy over there. Him and Crawford, the two guys. So, as far as him, as far as Bob goes, I mean, Bob is smart, man. He knows when the right time to make this money is, and he feel. I don't know if he feel. I would like to get Bob on. You know what I'm saying, to ask him, is it because the fight was a success, or did it not do too well, and you guys want to go ahead and do the rematch
I
now?
mean, why would he admit that? In the interview that he gave, where all this news comes from, he says that ESPN did a tremendous job and that they were, they are so happy with how good they promoted Fury that they think that they're ready to go straight into it. Like, that's what I'm saying. You're just ignoring
No, it's
what he
still not
said.
telling me if the fight was a success. Only thing it said ESPN did a tremendous job, and they liked how Top Rank was promoting Fury.
Yeah, but you got to
They didn't tell me
understand,
about
they've
the
never
Fury, about
released.
people watching about the crowd reaction because we got on Twitter right after the fight.
Yeah,
Wasn't
but
no
they never
buzz about that
released.
shit.
They never released the app numbers.
I'm not. I'm not saying about the app numbers. I'm saying
The
about
fact
the
that
buzz
Fury
about the
gave
fight.
them a knockout transcends it from the app. Don't you get that? You can't put a 12-round highlight reel, but because Fury got the knockout, you can put the knockout. I mean, they got Teddy Atlas on there. He's synonymous with boxing, bro. Like, he's been on Friday Night Fights and he's been with ESPN forever. And he's saying that Fury is the best heavyweight in the heavyweight division. The propaganda is there on the ESPN.com boxing page.
Cuz work for ESPN, man. I mean,
who
I'm
worked
not
for
saying like
ESPN?
that, but I mean, and he came out like the week before last after Joshua got beat and said just how bad Wilder was and how bad Wilder still is. So I don't really take a
Who is
lot from
Cuz, man? You like talking in fuck called crypto. Who's Cuz?
the guy you just said, Teddy Atlas.
So you're saying he's biased because he works for ESPN?
I'm saying if you listen to Teddy Atlas the week before after Ruiz beat Joshua, he said, man, Wilder is not fundamental. He's not He's not technical. He's not, in my opinion, that good. But he is. He is the best that we
Okay,
have.
but what
Now
did
you're
he
telling
lie
me,
about though? Is
huh?
Wilder technical?
Say what now?
Is Wilder technical?
Is Wilder not good?
That's his opinion though. But
I'm saying
what
he
he
said Wilder's not good.
he still isn't lying. He gave you the facts by saying he's not technical. He
I
gave you
mean,
the
to be
facts.
technical, I
He
mean,
gave you the facts by telling you that he's a big puncher.
To throw that right hand left hook, you got to have some technique about you. The one that put Fury down. You can't just be not technical and knock people down.
So you're saying, all right,
That jab right hand
let's have
that
some
knocked
back
down.
and forth, my friend. Let's have some back and forth because
Can I
basically
finish before you cut me off?
he threw
You asked me a question, but I can't finish the statement.
1-1-2, so that makes him technical.
Go ahead, bro.
1-1-2. How does that make you technical from 1-1-2? It's an entire fight. You're assessing him on the last 1-2 he threw of the 12th round? It makes no sense. No sense at all.
That's why I am, man. Like I said, I come from the hard knocks, man. I don't, I ain't with the games and whatever I say, I believe in and whatever I do, I'm passionate about it. I'm a real one in this sport, and I want to, I want to give great shows. I want to put on great events because the heavyweight division was so dead for so long, man. Like over 10 years, no one knew who was the heavyweight champion of the world were. And now they got a badass in Deontay Wilder. I already vowed.
Thoughts on him thinking that, I don't know, that he's the world's heavyweight champion even though he hasn't unified and he needs this rematch ultimately. I mean, like he said it himself, all his controversial fights have to be addressed. This is one of the two that haven't gotten addressed. Is he within his reason or right to still consider himself the baddest man on the planet?
Back to the I believe the whole technique thing. I think Wilder is good in his own technique because he understands what he's good at and what he's not good at. And to be a championship level boxer, you have to be comfortable with yourself and your ability in that ring. So for people to say that he's not technical, like I seen Rule in and out of Ford say, "Oh, he's not technical." Man, you gotta have some kind of technical about you to throw the right hand left hook like he did. If he didn't, he would probably just do that right hand and probably felt off balance because his technique wasn't good. But yeah, I think that all fighters should think that they're the best in the world, just like Earl Spence, just like Keith Thurman, just like Terrence Crawford, just like Andy Ruiz, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. They all think that they are the best in the world, and I don't understand why we don't give him not give them that credit, but understand why they think that because they are on a high level and they haven't been beat yet. So until they be beat, I mean, you can't really say that one guy is over the other.
So you don't think that they say that he's not technical because statistically you see more wild than you see more technical throughout all of his fights?
I mean, if you want to bring up the stats, statistically, he's the most accurate power puncher in the heavyweight division.
Okay.
If you want to bring up stats.
Oh, okay. But that stat has nothing to do with the
So it
conversation.
don't have nothing to do with technique. So you, in order to land a power punch, you ain't got to have no kind of technique. All right, I see.
I asked you a question. All you did was come back and give me a stat that has nothing to do with the question. I was specific in asking you whether. Look, I even forgot what I asked you now. This is ridiculous.
All right, cool.
But you love doing that.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying you brought up stats, and I just brought up another stat.
No, I remember. I was telling you, what do you see more of, Michael? It's quite simple. You know, you just drawing it out. Do we see a more technical Wilder in percentage? Because I'm going to have to keep, getting more and more elaborate with the questions so you don't weasel your way out with these statements. What do we see throughout a Deontay Wilder fight? Do we see more percentage of wild or do we see more percentage of technical? Or do you feel it's a 50-50?
When he had somebody hurt?
That's why I said percentage, so you can't weasel out. So if you don't want to give me percent, let's just move on. You're obviously in a bad mood. I don't know. Maybe you need another cigarette.
Not in a bad mood. It's just the fact that you're saying he's wild the whole fight. I mean, he's not.
I never said the whole fight. I'm asking you to give me a percentage, but you continue to not want to answer the question.
Is when he has somebody hurt, and he has somebody hurt every
Mike,
fight.
you the one graduated college. A percentage is a number. Put a
I
number
know the
on it.
percentage is when he has somebody hurt, so it's
Okay,
a
so
small
put
percentage.
a
It's a
number on it.
small
I'm
percentage. I
asking for a
can't.
percentage.
It's a small percentage when he has somebody hurt. That's when he
All
normally
right.
gets wild.
Is
So
it 50-50?
let's say, out of 7% of the fight, he has somebody hurt 25% of the time.
Okay, you're telling me when he has a person hurt in percentage. I'm asking you to tell me how much of a fight do we see him technically sound in
Just
percentage?
told you. Let's say
Okay.
he's the whole fight. He's 75% in his technique, and when he gets somebody hurt,
Okay.
that's when he tends to get
All right,
wild.
that's all I want. So you think 75% of the time throughout his fights, he's technically sound?
He's technical, not saying that he's technical sound, but he's comfortable in his technique. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
Yeah,
You've
but
not been listening.
Mike, by you saying he's comfortable in his technique, all you're saying is that he's comfortable being wild.
I don't think.
We're debating Teddy
Again, I don't think
Atlas's
wild.
statement. Hold on. We're debating Teddy Atlas's statement that Deontay Wilder isn't a technical boxer. So then you tried to defend him by saying that he is, and now you're giving me this
I
answer.
never didn't say he's a technical boxer. I say when I said about Teddy Atlas, I'll tell you why is comfortable in his own technique. His technique is different from everybody else's, but he's comfortable in his own technique, and that has got him to the level he's at now. So his technique is not like everybody else's, but for his technique, he is technically sound in his
Well, let's
technique.
just get back to the original thing. You feel Teddy Atlas is biased. Do you believe that Tyson Fury is more of a technical fighter than Deontay Wilder?
Yes,
Okay. Do you feel that Tyson Fury is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder? Michael Gross, do you believe that Tyson Fury is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder?
just just going off the simple fact of the term boxer. Yeah,
Okay. So do you believe that Deontay Wilder has less power than Tyson Fury?
no,
Okay. Do you believe that Deontay Wilder has better defense than Tyson Fury?
uh, it's close.
How close did you see the last fight?
I had it a draw.
6-6 with the
No, no,
knockdowns.
no, 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 no. 7-5.
That's because of the knockdowns. So you still had Fury winning. No,
If he had
no,
if I
no,
had
no.
7-5,
Wait,
no.
yeah. Wait, 7-5 a draw. So
I've watched the fight many times.
okay. So you gave the 7 rounds to Fury though.
Yes.
Exactly. So you had him outboxing Wilder on points. Wilder evened it
No, I did
out.
not.
Hold
No,
on,
no, it
hold
wasn't. I
on,
boxed with Wilder on
hold,
points.
hold,
It was
hold,
7.
hold on,
If
hold
I
on.
got
Listen
2
to me.
knockdowns,
Hold
I
on a
won 5
minute.
rounds. That
Hold
make it
on a
7
minute.
7.
Hold on a minute, brother. I didn't finish
No,
my
no, I mean, I'm
statement.
saying you try to put words in my mouth, though. Like,
No,
he
no, no,
wasn't.
no, no. I'm trying to interpret it my way, and then you can listen to me, digest, and say, no, that's not what I mean. But you won't be able to hear that. You gave Tyson Fury 7 out of 12 rounds, so he won the fight. Deontay Wilder
No, he did
scored.
not.
Go ahead.
Do you,
I'll
do,
wait
you,
for you. I'll wait
do
for
you
you,
know how
brother.
to score rounds in
I'll
this?
wait for you.
Do you know how to, like 7 rounds you win, you get 70 points plus the backhand 9? 9 times 5 is 45. So that's 115. And if you do it for Wilder, 5 rounds plus the 2 knockdowns, that's exactly the exact same thing.
So you done? Because I don't want to cut you off.
All right, go ahead. You the
Oh,
man.
cool. So again, he just elaborated on the fact that he gave Tyson Fury 7 rounds and Wilder 5 rounds. Wilder evened it out due to the knockdowns. So he seen Fury do a better job of boxing than Wilder, hence why he had 7 rounds. Wilder and his power showed up, hence why he had 5 rounds. So Mike has just answered that Tyson is a better boxer. He answered that their defense is kind of on par, which I disagree with. He answered that Wilder has the better power. And what else did we ask you? Power, defense, and better boxer. So agility, who would you give agility to?
Agility, I would give it to Wilder.
Wow.
Athleticism, I'll give
even
to
after
Wilder.
we seen what we seen with Tyson Fury and Tom Schwartz, and remember that what he did to Tom Schwartz, he did to Wilder in the 12th round. Like, the whole avoiding the punches with the shoulder roll, that's defense and agility, no? Oh, he's busy, guys.
That's like body movement, head movement. Agility is like when you are able to like what's it? It's like the movement, the gliding across the ring is like that. I think Wilder is a better athlete and more agile than Fury. Just my opinion.
Cool. So, ring generalship. Those are all the criterias, right? Ring general, that's another one. Who do you think has better ring generalship?
I mean, heavyweights. I would say Fury has better ring generalship. I think Wilder was following him around a lot that fight.
Activity. Who do you think throws more punches in a fight?
The first 3 rounds of the last fight with him and Fury, Wilder was throwing a lot more punches than Fury, but Fury started to open up round 4 and 5. So I would say those more punches, probably Fury because he throws a lot of mixed, not misdirected punches, but a lot of punches that change speed.
Cool. So you think Fury's more active, a better boxer, comparable defense, and you gave him ring general. No, you gave Wilder ring generalship, right? Who'd you give ring generalship? You're muted.
Fury.
Fury. Oh shit. So wait. So Wilder only won for you power and comparable defense and agility.
Yes.
Okay, and then Fury got from you ring generalship, better boxer. What else? Activity. That's it. So 3-3.
3-3.
Is it 3-3? It's 3-3. I can't paint him into a corner, guys. Maybe he's just very intelligent and he knew where I was going with it, but I don't believe that. I think Wilder is the heavyweight that I want, but Tyson Fury is the better boxer. So, Wilder's got to beat him up. I don't think anyone's going to pick a decision for Wilder. I wish FanDuel, they don't even got they used to have, the line for the Wilder Fury. It was like 125 or something like that, minus 125, I believe, for Wilder. So it's still a tight fight, but they got him as a slight underdog, right? Do you have anything on Five
Slight
Dimes?
favorite if it's minus 125. That means Fury is
Yes.
either minus or +2.
Yeah, can you check? Because, again, they took it off of FanDuel.
I think the only thing is is Bovada. I think Javi had it because I didn't have it last time.
Yeah, I checked DraftKings, and they ain't have it either. Let me
Yes,
double check.
there's I think Javi was telling me in order for him to get the action that he put the bet on is he had to they had to fight before this year is over with. So maybe
Yeah,
it's
well,
good
that's the
for Javi.
news, though, That's the news. They're saying that Fury might get an October fight, and then they'll do it again. Now, I don't know how they're going to squeeze in October, then a December Wilder Fury, but, hey, they did do Wilder Fury December 1st last year.
Yeah, but both guys were off too. So
Here we go. Unconfirmed fights. Tyson Fury is the favorite at a minus 148. Tyson, the draw is plus 2,000, and Wilder is a plus 120. So I don't know if we can really say Atlas is biased, if the betting lines have him, they're justifying him. It's up to Wilder. Like it was up to Gennady to beat the quote-unquote or perceived very better boxer, right? Because everyone thought Gennady was Canelo's kryptonite, but Canelo fans felt like he was the better boxer and he would prevail, but Gennady was the bigger puncher. So his fans thought he would get the knockout. Canelo was running. Similar to this, Wilder's fans think he will get the knockout. Fury was running. I just played Wilder's clip. He said, where I'm from, we run it back. If you thought you beat me, let's fight. And that's why. You know, so I just hope that it happens, man. This year would be better than next year. I just don't know if getting away from their plan is going to turn it into a success. Like, in your opinion, what you think they should do? Do you think they should stay the course, give both men the 2 fights that they already spoke about in the public, then go into the fight with each other next year? Or do you think this year is better and strike while the iron is hot? And I guess it is, right? With Wilder coming off the Brazil knockout and now Fury coming off of a second round knockout. I don't know. Is the iron hot now, Mike?
I think they should stay the course and probably fight next year. I don't think there's a tremendous amount of buzz after the Fury victory. So maybe they wait to next year, which I feel like maybe it'll be a little bit better. Have Fury in there against somebody who actually wants to hit him back and give him a fight. And yeah, I think that would be better than him fighting on ESPN Plus. And his next fight, in my opinion, should definitely be on ESPN regular to capture a bigger audience and bigger crowd. I think they need at least let him fight on the main channel one time before they put him in there against Wilder. Just my opinion.
The
from a
reports
marketing
indicate
standpoint.
that it's going to be Kurbret Pulev. And I think that's going to further strengthen Fury's case of being America's heavyweight, right? Because he's going to come in and now he's going to beat the guy that beat the woman. I bet you ESPN is going to prop that up and they're going to make him her savior.
He didn't can't he didn't actually beat a woman.
That's right. He ain't beat a woman. He kissed her. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
kissed her.
happens, though. That's what happens whenever it's anything forcible with a man and a woman. You automatically think violence and shit like that. That's what gets associated in your head. They'll paint Pulev as the bad guy and Fury as the great white hope coming to save the day.
I mean, I think that would be maybe I don't know how much they would publicize Fury and I'm not publicize the Pulev incident because I did read an article that somebody posted in the chat and I guess a columnist said that he doubt that they will bring up that incident during the telecast. So we'll see what goes on, man, and how they present that to us. I do believe that maybe I'm sure ESPN might not bring it up, but Fury would damn sure bring it up in the build up if they were to fight. So I think Pulev, him beating Pulev is a good victory and would, in my opinion, probably propel them to that Wilder fight, especially if he's able to knock Fury out. They will make a big statement on ESPN. And please, if y'all make that fight, please put it on regular ESPN. We seen Pulev fight on regular ESPN against Bogdan, didn't it? Come on, y'all, better than that.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to pull up some information here on this. There's a article that got released, and
who's the author? What's the publication?
I'm trying to figure out. Like, this is not my lane. So trying to obviously you didn't read that Deadspin article, right? Or is it Deadspin?
No. I'll check it out now.
Yeah, well, it's pretty long. But they're counteracting the Fury campaign. I was trying to pull up Alexa.com, which is a website ranking tool. But on this desktop, I don't got my fucking Facebook information, bro. And I can't log in. It's going to take me some time, and I'm going to have bad dead air. So unless you can pick it up.
I got
the point of the Alexa tool is to let you know how many people visit the site, how big, how powerful is the site.
That's been pretty big. That's been pretty big, man.
Well, I wanted to compare it to ESPN because they're counteracting ESPN's Tyson Fury good guy campaign.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah,
they did this?
So what happened was
they did this?
There's an author that, again, this is not my lane, so I mean no disrespect, but I believe the author is a transgender, maybe.
Lauren Theismann. Her name is Lauren Theismann. Let me Google Lauren Theismann
But
real
I
quick.
believe she's a transgender, and she's taken offense to ESPN and the propaganda, the basically the lack of responsibility on ESPN to let people know who exactly Tyson Fury is. She claims that she would be afraid to be in a room with Tyson Fury due to, you're muted, champ. Like, you're talking nonstop being muted over there. Michael?
No, I'm not muted.
Now you're not.
No, I haven't been muted the whole time. I wasn't talking. I was trying to look up Lauren Theismann to see
Oh,
what
but
she is
there, your whole
transgender or not.
mouth was moving. I guess, no, you know what? I'm looking at YouTube. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, my
I'm
bad.
sorry. I'm
Damn.
not looking at the live. I'm looking. So you're on a delay. I'm like, yo, what are you saying, Mike? But yeah, so I mean, she took shots, deep shots. You want to read or I read?
That's yeah, she's definitely that. What you just said.
The title is ESPN. What the fuck am I saying? ESPN is stuck with Fury as its hero.
Yes, they are. That's what she said in the chat.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and attempt to read this entire article, and not because there's not just like there's no quotes. It's her
Yeah, keep going
opinion.
in.
It's her opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she adds facts. But she uses some very strong words. And I don't know. I just like the way she wrote it. But whatever. Let's see how good my reading out loud skills. Anybody ever get nervous in the class when the teacher came to you? This is what I'm about to do. Tyson Fury won what was, for all intents and purposes, a fixed fight in his ESPN Plus Las Vegas debut on Saturday night. I'm going to just stop there and say, this is what I'm saying. First
I don't
sentence.
like that.
First sentence, she got the sword. She's
Don't try to
swinging.
paint it as we are like not. These fights are already. I mean, even though that we already know Fury win, it's not fixed. Sportsmen they're trying, like Ned said, he was game. He just didn't have the skill, so the fight wasn't fixed. But I can get.
I mean, but when you use that phrase for all intents and purposes,
Yeah, I can get that.
You're prefixing it to say like, you know, it wasn't that, but that's what it is. And basically, that's what it is. Like, everyone knew Fury would win. The betting line thought he would get the knockout, which he did. So when she says, for all intents and purposes, a fixed fight, you're absolutely right. Bob wanted him to win, so to look better in front of the American audience. So it was a fixed fight. And I'll continue. Beating the technically undefeated but deeply non-threatening Tom Schwarzenegger in a second-round TKO. Against a no-name boxer who'd never fought outside of Germany or Czech Republic before. Fury's goal was to put on a show, and he absolutely achieved it through his complete domination of the fight. By the second round, Fury wasn't even bothering to put his hands up, and even against this is where you guys are going to get happy, and I'm sure I'm going to pronounce it wrong because it's out of my generation. A Magikarp like Schwartz. I looked this shit up. This is the weakest Pokemon. Yo, this dude, fuck. This writer,
My nigga, she brought a Pokemon up. That's hard. I was like, Magikarp. What the fuck is that?
that's the weakest Pokemon of all Pokemons. I had to Google that shit. Wikipedia told me. I'm like, damn, she going in. And I'll continue. Against a Magikarp like Schwartz. There was something deeply pleasurable in watching a 6'9" guy with this kind of agility. Something Mike gave credit to Wilder, not Fury. I'll continue. For Fury, who was fighting his first fight since signing a reported $100 million deal with Top Rank Boxing, the promotion that gets broadcasted by ESPN, this whole affair was sadly transparent, brand building exercise. Sadly, I missed the word A. It was a sadly transparent brand building exercise, which again, all us hardcores agree with. Like, we all know they were trying to build Fury's profile. Where am I now? Okay, and I'll continue. He sang Aerosmith after winning, for Christ's sake. This is her saying for Christ's sake, so I'm telling you, she's like going all in. But for anyone who's been following Fury since before the thrilling draw with Deontay Wilder that marked his mainstream comeback in December, the way ESPN uncritically hyped him up as the not just the lineal heavyweight champ, but also a fun-loving, charismatic entertainer was both massively disappointing and a depressing reflection of a fractured boxing landscape. Now, I want to stop there because, again, I don't know how popular Deadspin is. I stay in my lanes of sports sites that boxing dominates them. So I don't really go anywhere else where there's like NFL and all this other stuff. But I'm like, damn, I got to tell my listeners because she's taking shots at Fury, which is fun. But at the same time, she's taking shots now at the sport. She called the fight fixed, which means that we have corruption. Now she's saying disappointing and depressing reflection of a fractured boxing landscape. And I can't say that she's lying. We all know it's fractured, and she's going to further get into or back that statement, which is right because we're fragmented. We got a heavyweight over there, a heavyweight over here, a heavyweight over here, a welterweight over there, a welterweight over there, another welterweight champion in South Africa holding that beautiful coveted gold IBO green belt, you know? So it's fragmented, and she's right. But I don't know. You want to pick up? Give me a little break to take a puff? My man ain't helping that.
I mean, you know, it's I got you, big dog.
I'm going to just get in screenshot.
Those checking out a Fury bout for the first time after a week of promotion on ESPN would have been completely unaware of his past, which is filled with homophobia, transphobia, misogyny, and anti-Semitism. That all caught scrutiny when Fury first got famous around 2015. Here are some of his old hits.
Hold on right there, though. Hold on right there. Because I'm going to stop screen sharing so you can see my face. Because this, I guess what she's about to do is right because she's going to make her audience aware. But as a person with a checkered past, I felt sympathy for Fury. I'm like, damn, I'm Fury in this paragraph. I've done things that I'm not proud of. I've done things that are in my past that I wouldn't want to resurface now that I'm living a better life. You know? I'm a changed man. And again, I'll use her own phrase for all intents and purposes that's what Fury has been demonstrating to us, that he is a changed man. So I kind of sided with Fury right here because, like, I don't want nobody, you know, judging me for my past because obviously only God can judge you, you know? We live many years. We're not expected to be the same person we were at 10 and at 60. So I'll let you continue, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. I think it's kind of whack, but I get it's within context for her. She needs to let you know ESPN is telling you this guy's a great guy, but here's some of the great stuff they left out.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying, like just overly enthusiastic about my past either, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, some of the shit you did in your past does come back to light and you got to be prepared for it when it does. There are these girls who won't, okay, we're going to the first hit. There are these girls who want to open their legs to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, but they are looked upon as rubbish in our community. We don't do stuff like that. If I had a sister who did that, I'll hang her. She would bring disgrace on the family. It is a very, very bad thing to do. We don't do that. Women have to be pure and respectful.
Yo, so what exactly was he talking about here? Because I'm like, when I read that, I'm like, is he just talking about women who have sex?
I guess
in general? Or like, is he talking about like a full-blown jump off? Like, because I really don't get it. Like, I mean, I do get it. Tom, Dick, and Harry means anybody. So basically, he's talking about a girl who wouldn't mind sleeping with anybody.
Yeah, that's all right.
But is it extreme to say if it was his sister, he would hang her?
I think we all feel like that, right?
No, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't.
I mean, not
hang
literally
my
hang
sister.
her, but I don't think he meant like literally hang her, but I do mean like damn sister, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll get on her ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of guys in the community that I'm from would do that. You know what I'm saying? For their sister, if they see their sister out there talking to different, like hey, that ain't, you know what I'm saying, what you want to do out here. But at the same time, women make their own decisions. So who am I to judge a lady who likes the joys of sex, which is a very very nice thing to have.
So his next banger on the top 100, according to the author, was I believe a woman's place is in the kitchen and on her back. That's my personal belief. Again, because he ended it in my personal belief, he's letting you know that's his opinion. Is it still as harsh?
Absolutely. Sometimes the best answer is the answer that you don't answer. You know, with the question that you don't answer. I think that was a little bit too much, especially in the day and age we are now. Not even the day. Shit, the past 20 years. I mean, women are not just cooking and having sex anymore.
You know, the funny thing is, I wonder what year he said that because, like, he's got a mom. So is that what he wants for his mother and for his daughter? Is that
true.
is that the ambitions and goals and aspirations he wants for all the women in the Fury family? I'm not really understanding that. But the next one, there's only three, and I quote, there's only three things that need to be accomplished before the devil comes home. One of them is homosexuality being legal in countries. One of them is abortion, and the other one is pedophilia. I didn't have any issue with this statement because I'm born and raised Pentecostal Christian, so I just stopped going to church once my mom stopped waking me up. You know what I'm saying? But as an adult, I went back. I've read the Bible numerous times, and that is from the Bible. That's from the Bible. I believe you can probably find what he's paraphrasing in Revelations because, that's allegedly when, the world will end. They give you signs in Revelation when Jesus is coming back and when, all this type of stuff would happen. So I didn't really have a big issue with that statement because it's fresh out the, maybe older New Testament.
Maybe I'm not the guy to talk about with this, but I'm not a big fan of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really that invested or in it or that have that much belief in it. My sister is a homosexual, so I don't think that the devil's gonna come back or anything like that. I don't think the devil's gonna even been here. But for them to say for him to say that, I mean, again, I totally agree with the motherfucking the what's the word called? Pedophilia. Like that shit right there is not no room for any kind of thing. And I've been seeing this shit online that people are trying to get this shit diagnosed or something like that. I'm like, that is beyond me, and it's crazy, and it has no room in my opinion.
Yeah, but listen, I know we're about to go way off topic, but I wouldn't mind getting people who have pedophilia diagnosed if it means that they're going to be secluded, separated, segregated.
What they're trying to do is like get a law passed where they are that it's fine to do that kind of shit.
I don't think that that's what they meant. That it's fine.
I'm saying,
pretty sure they're just not gonna maybe
it's
give
a group. Understand? It's a group out here that are campaigning for that, my nigga.
But I mean, send me a link because I don't think anyone would use the word fine. I think that what they're trying to do is say they have a sickness and we have to look for other means of treating the sickness other than just killing them and beating them, And I'm not getting involved in that, right? Like, I have children, so.
Yeah, ain't no sickness, man. Just disgusting at the end of the day.
I mean, but again, if there was some way that you could assess that person and then segregate, put them in a place where, that can't, because look, these dudes are walking around here and you don't even know. So again, if there's a test that can identify them, that might be better. But we're way. Well, I guess we're not. I guess we're not way off topic. This is exactly what this author is talking about.
And that's exactly what the kind of reaction she wants. She wants the people to dive in and talk about her column and her story. Abortion, yeah, I feel the same. I should be pro-choice. I'm not mad at women out here making pro-choice, but I am mad at different governments in different states that are putting restrictions on abortions. But on to the next one.
This is where I think he triggered her. He said,
Okay.
and I quote, "It's like you're a freak of
Oh
nature
no.
if you're normal. You're the odd one out. Nobody else. What's normal? I'll just get myself changed into a woman. That's normal, isn't it? Today, call myself Tysina or something like that. Put on a wig. I don't think it's normal. I think they're all freaks of nature. I think it'll be perfectly normal in the next 10 years to have sexual relationships with your animals at home. You know, your pets, your cats, your dogs, and all that. So that will be legal." End quote.
Yeah, I don't think bestiality will ever be legal. If it is, then I need to get off this earth. Uh, as far as the transgender thing, it's like I'm not even sure. Like man, live your life. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Makes you happy, and all that kind of stuff. So I gotta disagree with Fury there. You know what I'm saying? Like if they feel like that's what makes them happy, then who am I to even care about what you do in your personal life?
So she continues and says, Fury has never meaningfully apologized for these comments. His blanket statements about his words have emphasized his Christianity and denied his bigotry. But he has done nothing to show that the core of his belief has changed. I reached out to ESPN spokesperson for an official statement on Fury's past comments and will update if they respond. There are reasons to feel sympathy for Fury, who's been open about his struggles with depression and discrimination as a member of the traveler community, but at this moment in time, he is very rich, very powerful man who's only intensified boxing's long-standing hostility to gay people and femininity at a time when much of the rest of the world is trying to evolve past it. So Mike, I think she's like, yo, right now, everyone's accepting it, and he's one of these guys who's still trying not to. But again, I'm not backing him, but I'm understanding him because he says he's Christian. And knowing and reading the Bible, they don't believe in any of that. You know, it's a sin to them. So that's why he has that stance. Like, these things are written in the Old and New Testament, like, you know what I mean? It's been embedded in people's brains for years, and their fathers and shit just got passed on, right? So it's gonna take some time for the entire world to evolve, do you think? I mean, I know, obviously, look, I didn't even know. You just said your sister is a lesbian, so that means that you've already, you had to evolve
Like I told
faster.
you, man. I stopped like really being hardcore about the Bible like in 2008, 2009. You know what I'm saying? So I've been not really giving the Bible much credence since then. But you know what I'm saying? It is. Don't get it wrong. It is good for like Western like civilization to like how it shapes the community and the economy, how it keeps people in check with
Yeah.
their
I think
inner
if we had no religion, bro, we'll have anarchy.
exactly.
Anarchy
It'd
out
be
here, bro.
anarchy. So
We need to fear after death.
exactly. So I do think it's good from that standpoint. But a lot of the things that it's contradictory, and that got to be the biggest one. I'm saying if you love somebody, you should be able to love somebody no matter who they are. And for everybody out there who really cares about who somebody's sleeping with or who somebody having sex with, nigga, who you fucking? You know what I'm saying? Like mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, that's wrong with people in this world, not minding our own business. And it's not only fair. We got politicians. We had a guy that's the vice president right now who wants to who wanted to do confirmation training or some shit where they try to shock the gay out of you or some shit like that. So it's crazy, man. We live in a crazy time, a crazy world, and I don't think Fury is the worst of that world, but he did say some things that people are gonna ask him about, and especially when you have transgender reporters or gay reporters, they're definitely gonna ask you about things that you said in your past.
Any honesty portrayal of Fury has to show this side of him. But outside of the last 30 seconds of Around the Horn, ESPN has done the opposite, building him up as a lovable everyman, building him up as a lovable everyman who building him up as a lovable man who, despite a thin
90
resume,
seconds.
oh, she taking shots for real.
Why is she doing like that, man?
And that ain't even true though. Like, cause look at where we're at. We're in 2019, and if you go through all the top heavyweights' resume, Fury has just about the same amount of names. Like, Luis Ortiz made Fury's resume better by not stopping Christian Hammer and just by fighting him altogether. So that gave Tyson Fury another name on his resume that's
60
credible.
seconds.
He stopped Derek Chisora years before Dillian White. You know, he beat him cleanly the first time when he was ridiculously fat. He beat Vladimir cleanly. So to say that his resume is thin when every top heavyweight has about 4 solid names on their resume is crazy, but I'll continue. Despite a thin resume, deserves to be compared to boxing's all-time greats. Here's the promo that ran on ESPN just before the beginning of the fight, in which Fury is made and then he puts on a suit, literally woven with images of great fighters from the past. And I quote, if the suit fits, wear it well, Tyson Fury. The narrator, Jesse, what's that dude?
10 seconds.
Joe Tessitore.
Joe Tessitore says, right? So, because they don't put his name, but I watched the clip because she puts the link. And the clip is the woman sewing. I don't know if you missed it, Mike. Did you get to see ESPN's clip? They got this little Spanish lady sewing the Gypsy King's suit, and they got close-ups of like Mike Tyson on the suit and like Ali on the suit, and they did this whole little 1-minute promo. And that's what I'm telling you, bro. The promotion on this fight was like a pay-per-view, and that's probably why Bob thinks they're ready. But check how this how this writer, slick with the words, right? So he says, and I quote, if the suit fits, wear it well, Tyson Fury. And then there was Fury's ring walk, which even in its complete disregard for what happened to Apollo Creed in Rocky 5, what was it, 5 or 4? What's that Roman numeral anyway? I don't know, 4 I think. No, it's not 4, it's 3, right? No, it is 4, it is 4. You're muted. But anyway.
It's 4.
So she says, even though, basically she's saying, even though Apollo wore the same clothes that Tyson wore and died in them, Tyson wore them.
Like, damn.
Tyson wore them, and it still worked as a pure spectacle. First, Fury somberly walked through the tunnel of the MGM Grand, passing images of former lineal champions, while play-by-play announcer Joe Tessitore eagerly played hype man. Wait till you see this, he said giddily as Fury reached the fans, stripping off his black outfit and dancing to James Brown in a red, white, and blue robe and Uncle Sam top hat. He wants U.S. sports fans to feel he's their champion, Tessitore said. I get Tessitore's excitement to an extent. Fury is a hell of a fighter with a couple of classic battles to his name already. But as a trans woman, as well as a boxing fan, my main reaction to the Shorts fight was one of frustration. There was such an enormous contrast between how ESPN portrayed Fury, and I quote, the ultimate personality, to quote Tessitore, and how I feel when I look at him, keenly aware of my own vulnerability. I would not feel safe talking face to face with Tyson Fury or any fighter who has shared those beliefs. And ESPN's disregard for that truth as they stumble over themselves to lionize Fury during Pride Month, no less, when every other brand is practically begging for the LGBT community's money, undeniably shakes me up. There's plenty of precedent for awful people to be turned into heroes by the boxing media. Just watch the way every time Showtime broadcasts fawn over Floyd Mayweather when he sits ringside for one of his promotees' fights. And ESPN's Plus relationship with Kobe Bryant has already shown where their priorities lie. But a non-champ like Fury's brand symbolizes with the worldwide leader is notable because it reflects the deepening fractures in boxing that make each famous fighter the king of his own small realm. The heavyweight division is currently in chaos now that Andy Ruiz holds most of the belts, but at the time of Fury signing with Top Rank, there were three major players: Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and Fury. Joshua had signed with Dazn. Wilder was tied to Showtime, and Fury ended up with the remaining major broadcaster that wasn't Fox.
Yeah, she got to chill out missing Kobe name like that, man. You chill out with that.
Why? Wasn't Kobe in some stuff?
Yeah,
I don't know
got
exactly what, because you know that ain't my lane, but I thought he was in some.
You know what I'm saying? He got a Zion rated, but he did pay a civil suit.
What happened with Kobe? I don't even follow that. So
wow.
The only thing I know about Kobe is he cheated on his wife and bought her a very big ring to get her back, and they've been back ever since. So that's all.
Cheated on his wife back in 2002, 2000.
So that's what the writer's talking about?
No. But the girl who he cheated with alleged that Kobe had raped her.
Oh.
Like that. But they went to trial, and it turns out the girl had some semen on her underwear that didn't belong to Kobe.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
From the same night?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like,
she got a quickie in.
So I mean, the case, Kobe won this case, but he did have to pay a civil suit to that young lady who I still don't know her name.
Oh, maybe they kept that shit under wraps.
Yeah, smart.
So I'll continue with the last paragraph. Damn, it ain't the last.
You got a person who was charged with rape, and you now have him on your ESPN Plus channel. So I can see her correlation, but I think she's reaching because Fury ain't broke no laws. He ain't been in charge with anything that has to do with like criminally.
For any boxing fan, and I'm quoting, I hope you guys can obviously tell when I go back to her article, which I am now. For any boxing fan, this situation is frustrating for the way it inhibits the best matchups. I'm not holding my breath for Wilder Fury rematch if both sides have to squabble over who gets to televise it. But for ESPN in particular, or any other broadcaster, it means their guy...
She said she was a boxing fan.
Well, she says she's not holding her breath. I mean, hey.
It's going to be a co-promoted.
Well, with the latest news that we'll probably report on, I didn't choose to do that morning topic, Bob's other comment, because I went solo on Earl and Porter, fight being official yesterday, but I figured I don't want to do Earl back to back. So we'll come back with the Earl topic later. But that's just, in my opinion, in a short. It's going to ruin the next show, but in a short, there's never been 45-45 split with the winner getting 10. So,
never.
So get your dumb ass out of here, you stalling old man. That's all you're doing. You stalling.
Get it, stalling.
You stalling.
You're taking it, baby. 50-50 to nothing.
45-45. Man, get your skip to my little ass out of there. You got nothing to offer when you talking about 45-45, winner get 10. My man about to go
when
unify.
I seen that shit, I was like, "Bah, you killing me, bah. I'm over here pushing the fucking pedal for you."
My man got 400,000 pay-per-view, so one world title going into a unification, and this dude talking about 45-45.
You know it's got to be 50-55. Just by doing that, you never mind. I
don't even do that because you wild. And I just went down this. I just said what I said, and Mike still said 50-50. This is what I'm telling you. It's just, oh my God, don't be ridiculous. But anyway, we were at where? But ESPN in particular, it's not exactly news to say that ESPN gives more promotion to the events that it broadcasts, but unlikely say the NBA getting more love than the NHL. The way boxing is split up truly wraps the hierarchy of the sport. Imagine, for instance, if ESPN had only the rights to broadcast games from the NBA's Eastern Conference, but not the West. Whose MVP campaign do you think would get more coverage?
Damn, that's a
Janani's?
good fucking analogy, man. I never thought about that.
Yo, who is this person? I can't even pronounce that name.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Or James Harden. And what does he mean? You got to help me. Like, there's
He's
probably
saying like,
Mike.
what
Give me
if
one moment.
let,
Mike,
let's
give me one
say
moment. Mike, give me one moment.
uh,
I just want to preference to those people that are probably like me. That there's probably people like me that don't watch any other sport and need your help to, let us know of this punchline, because that's what it is.
it's like, let's say PBC is the West Conference and they're only on Showtime and Fox, and pretty much the Eastern Conference is on ESPN, which would be Giannis. They're saying who would ESPN make it seem like it's their MVP, even though they had pretty much comparable years. They'll go with Giannis because he's on their network. That's what she is saying. By having Fury on their network, they're posting him up like he's the number one heavyweight in the world. That's your analogy.
And that's why I never was mad at Wilder taking the deal, because Wilder's gonna sell himself.
Oh man, that's a good fucking point, man. Wilder was on ESPN.
No, he
That
could have been
represented
on
myself.
ESPN. He could have been on ESPN. Then he would have got a tune up too. Maybe Brazil would have been there, and they would have still been saying it. And guess what? Because they were invested in him, they wouldn't be calling Tyson the best heavyweight. They would be saying, we got to see who's the best heavyweight. But, yo, shit happens the way that it happens. You know?
I absolutely agree, man. Absolutely.
There's like 2 paragraphs left, and we'll be able to open up phone lines. Let me get to it. If ESPN had the ability to show Anthony Joshua's fight, the British ex-champ would have received the exact same treatment in the lead up to his bout against Ruiz. If ESPN had Wilder, they would still be showing his knockout of Brazil on an endless loop. But ESPN instead has Fury and all the problems he brings with him. And if they want people to watch the top-ranked fights they broadcast, they have to act like he's the best. They have to sell him, because they can't do comprehensive coverage of the entire boxing world. ESPN, the most watched sports network in the country, has a clear investment in making sure Tyson Fury is both well-liked as a person and highly respected as a boxer. And any aspiring fighter or fight fan who doesn't fit into traditional masculinity norms suffers for it. This Fury situation closes off what's already a niche sport to far too many people, and it only looks to get worse. Fury's contract calls for 2 fights a year, and it's rumored that his one will take place against Kubrat Pulev. Pulev is 38-year-old Bulgarian heavyweight who'd be another warm-up partner for Fury. Grabbed the female reporter and forcibly kissed her on the lips after he won his last fight in March. Joe Tessitore probably won't have time to mention that incident during the lead up to the fight. He'll be busy once again trying to convince us that Tyson Fury is worthy of our respect and admiration. And the article is done. What are your thoughts overall? I know we broke it down in, couple of paragraphs a bit, but overall, what do you think?
That she left no stone unturned. She came at Fury, came at ESPN, came at Joe Tessitore for like being like a hype man. I guess she wrote this article with the intentions of the casual fan or the coming fan not knowing who really Fury was. Then I think she wrote that for this case. My thoughts on it, I mean, everybody has their opinion. Fury, I don't think Fury, if he does have those same beliefs, he don't share them. So I don't know where his mind state is at right now. as far as those things that she listed. But people grow, man. People evolve. If I'm the same man that I was 5 years ago, then that's 5 years wasted. The great, not Muhammad Ali, but Malcolm X would say. But yeah, man, my final thoughts are just what they are. I mean, like she had an opinion. She felt the way, and rightly so. You know what I'm saying? Fury did say some disparaging things about her and her community early in his career. So she felt like that she had to say what she had to say, and she got a story out there. And yes, the Deadspin is a very popular website. They have been on ESPN numerous of times for articles that have been written. So yeah,
Nah, bro, they're very popular. Let me grab my other laptop.
yeah, I told you, yeah, Deadspin is
I
huge.
logged in with my other laptop, who has all my keychains there. So right, so they're very big. Not as big as ESPN. ESPN is like I'll double check ESPN for. But ESPN is cheating, right? We can't take this stat for boxing as well because we're about to look up ESPN.com, not ESPN.com/boxing. There's no way to do that. So ESPN.com gets the total credit, not boxing, but we got to believe that there's a good overspill from the boxing department into it. So
ESPN is like Walmart. They're the biggest entity in their respective field.
all
When you
right.
think about retail, Walmart is like
This
the
is
biggest.
good. This is very good. So Deadspin is ranked 2,427 in the entire world, in the entire global internet engagement, okay? They
That's good.
hold a 3 minutes and 57 seconds, means average reader stays on their site for 4 minutes.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
ESPN.com is 102 in the world, which they lost. When I
They
checked
dropped.
them, when I deck checked them like 5-7 years ago, they were 35 in the world. Now they're 102, so someone is more popular. A lot of people got more popular than them, but their daily time per viewer on the site is 5 minutes and 39 seconds, so almost 540. Very, very good.
Let me take a quick guess on who number one is. Facebook.
I would have to check, but it's
Okay.
it's one of the Google companies, either Google or YouTube
Yeah. Okay. Got
or
you. Got you.
Google. Back, I used to have a list because I'm competitive. So Google, Facebook, and YouTube always. I mean, YouTube never is first, and Facebook never is first.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
always
Google
Google
first.
first
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
run the internet.
Yeah.
Then Facebook and YouTube fight for second.
Cool.
So I mean, you're right about Deadspin receiving traffic from ESPN. That's one of their
Absolutely.
major keywords and traffic searches.
Anytime like a little controversy comes out, ESPN always goes to Deadspin for some reason. Like, I don't, like anytime like somebody, an NFL player does something or NBA player does something, it normally winds up on Deadspin or TMZ first.
If you guys are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I know you guys get caught up in the entertainment, but remember, the way to show your love to TBV is to make sure you hit that thumbs up button so that it can help with the visibility of the show. Let us grow, let us get bigger. Put this episode in the eyes of many, and in terms, get more callers, which we're going to go to right now. Hopefully you called in. Press 1 if you're already on the line. If you haven't, you could go to our bat line on Skype, adding Nestor Gibbs on Skype. We're going to go ahead and go out to, about to drop this glass. Yo, I need a bigger office, man.
Yeah, man, gotta get you that studio.
Sheesh. Tell me about it. Let's,
If we got anybody out there right now who wants to buy Nessa Studio, let me know and I will
put together a
flip over the
proposal.
funds to them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we get the right building.
Yo, honestly,
Talk to them. Let them
Honestly,
know
I don't even need you to build me a studio. What do I need? I need on my short list, I need a gardener. Anyone that knows how to put down seed or sod, contact me. If you're in the New Jersey area, contact me ASAP. I'm trying to get my shit done today.
Damn. Talking about cash today. Now, if I didn't know how to do see the side, nigga, I
Outside of
used to do
that,
that shit.
anyone that has apartments in the New Jersey area near, like Elizabeth, Newark, Union County, Mike is looking for an apartment. He needs an affordable apartment because if Mike gets to the East Coast, I'll take out a fucking loan to do the studio. I'm just not going to take out a loan to do a studio and be alone, which won't help the visibility of the show. Like if me and Mike was in the same office together and it was cameraed up, soundproofed up, mic'd up, we would be looking like Joe Rogan, and I want to believe that the numbers would increase because we're in studio together. But I can't take out a loan to do that and then be sitting in there alone. He needs a place to stay. I've been looking. It's just very difficult with wheelchair accessibility. It's so funny, bro. On Sheridan, it's like right next door to me, like the next block. I don't know if I showed you the last time he was here, but someone has a whole aluminum ramp.
Yeah,
And I'm like, damn, I need to knock on there, see when they moving out.
When you get out of the hospital, they'll come to you and be like, "Hey, man, we'll put a ramp up for you for like your house or apartment that you're staying in now, if you have one." You know what I'm saying? So when I was in the hospital, I had an apartment, but my shit was upstairs, so it wasn't no reason for a ramp. I just got on down.
Yeah, man. And again, if this was DR, it would be different. Like if it was DR, I could do what I want. So again, I could take out a loan and build in my back, like let's say my garage, make it 2 floors, and then just make a whole apartment for you. But this is not DR. You gotta go to zone in here. You gotta find the can you do that? Then they're gonna be like, no, because in your area we only allow garages to be 25 feet by 15 feet, some bullshit. But
I'm so
anyway.
used to people just doing what the fuck they want to do, Brian. Like that zoning shit is like new to me.
Yeah, I mean, look, maybe it don't exist in the country. It could be a state-by-state thing, too. You never know. I mean, I'm born and raised in New Jersey, so all I know is New Jersey in terms of houses, and, I had to get permits for the things that I've done. Listen, this country's so fucked up, Mike, I can't start banging on my own house without a permit. I could, and then my neighbor could get mad for the noise and call the city, and the city could come and knock on my door, and if I happen to let them in and they happen to be able to see whatever it is that I was doing without permission, yeah, they could find me. Now, because things are different, because I have a one-family house, as the homeowner of a one-family house, you're allowed to do certain repairs in your home without any permits, But if you have a multi-family house, you need permits because you're putting other people at jeopardy.
Gotcha.
I
thought it was like shit.
Shit, if I want to change my windows out, I got old school windows. Them old ones that when the wind blow, it'd be like, it shake because I can't afford them expensive $13,000 windows, right? So, but even if I wanted to do that, I got to go get a permit. I can't just have people hanging out the side of my house putting on windows.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nah, shit is crazy. The only thing, I haven't read anything yet for the yard. So I'm hoping, someone could come do my yard without any issue, but imagine if I'm bringing in.
I agree, Rue. I agree. That's totally un-American. Regulations on private property, something that I own, that I pay the taxes on every year. You should not be able to tell me what to do with it.
Nah, believe
I'm
me.
not trying to hurt nobody or kill nobody or make anybody suffer. I'm just trying to know what I'm saying. Build my crib up.
Could be different state to state, but I've been dealing with this shit from as a teenager because when my parents bought their first house, I want to say it was like 87. Man, my dad got right to work. Boy, it wasn't no internet then. He bought hella books, and he taught himself everything he needed to know about fixing bathrooms, putting tile down, all that shit. And he did it and forced me to do it. Boy, one of my most hated memories. One of my most hated memories is having to help my dad put insulation in the wall. You ever had to deal with that pink
shit that had you itching?
Had you itching, bruh.
I probably have him do the same shit, nigga.
Bruh, I would cry. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I'll do anything else. You put the fucking insulation, man. Bruh. Or take it out. And if anybody ever bought an old house and you got to take that shit out of an old house that got the chick wire before it,
Soggy,
man,
nasty.
I'm done.
Oh.
Crazy.
That shit only like it ain't even pink no more. You know what I'm saying?
Not fair, bro. Not fair.
But yeah, man. But man, my pops and your pops kind of like them niggas like used to buy them books and read them, and that's just if I didn't have a visual like the like YouTube and shit now, I couldn't do it. I'm not about to read this fucking book, my nigga. Fuck all that shit.
Now I hear you. Listen, if YouTube wasn't there, then I would read.
Yeah,
But I'm my father's son in the sense that I've taught myself everything on my own like he did. But I use YouTube, bro. I use YouTube. I did herringbone tiles in my backsplash from my kitchen. YouTube. Anything, bro. Even cutting like the angles for the door, the borders on the door. YouTube.
Yeah, I was able to change my fucking brake lines because of YouTube.
Bro, even Pinterest, yo. I was like a Pinterest. Like, you see my kitchen table? You always leaving weed on my dining room table. I made that shit.
Leaving weed on there?
You know, breaking up weed. Stop acting like you don't break up.
I'm like, damn, how much did I leave, my nigga? Did I was it on purpose?
Yeah, you left a couple grams. We kept that, man.
Shit.
Nah, Mike don't leave no weed. Mike actually takes the weed. Did we get to the sponsors? Are we going up these lines?
Nah, we didn't.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to Mastermind,
Alabama.
I'm on Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby. No more hiding, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses.
Productions.
What up? What up? Hey, man. Tyson get away with whatever the fuck he want to get away with, man. It don't matter what Tyson do. Tyson can get a body on his record out the ring and still get away with it, bro. I don't know, man. He do what he want to do. But I put something in the chat about the other dude. I don't know if y'all talked about it. Israel Gutierrez or whatever. He ESPN reporter, and he gay, and he spoke out about how all the shit Tyson Fury said make him not want to watch Tyson Fury.
Recently or in the past?
Yeah, right before the Tom Schwartz fight. Like,
Yeah. I didn't even watch that shit.
June
bro.
16th.
That might, I done fell off, man. I don't watch it around the horn no more.
That shit was June 16th, like so a couple days ago.
Damn.
Yeah. So he was like, yeah, I don't fuck with Tyson Fury because all the shit Tyson Fury said about his people and all that shit because he gay. So yeah. Hey man, the nigga. Every time somebody asks Tyson Fury about his comments too, he don't answer shit. He just get mad and tell you I don't want to talk about that or storm out. Nah,
Yeah, I mean, but doesn't that show remorse? Like not wanting to talk about it is showing that you feel it's a touchy subject for people and you rather not go back there.
Nah, not really. He just trying to motherfucking act like that shit didn't happen.
I just want, man. I just want ESPN to be consistent, man. Nigga. When goddamn Floyd came out there promoting the fight with Badu Jack and Javante Davis for that Showtime thing, nigga, they straight drill Floyd Mayweather about that domestic shit. Drilled him. Every question Kerry Champion had for him was about that domestic situation. I'm just like, y'all gonna do it to Floyd? Wouldn't I have the same energy when I guess Tyson Fury for some of his comments, or even Oscar for some of his things that he have done in the media. Well, not in the media, but in this company.
Javi, that sheep noise wasn't for you, man. You know I always slip up at times. Time to go out to our boomerang.
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that wrist. Ballin' like Swiss. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
Whipping it up. H Money, good morning, champ.
Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. Dazn, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year. And Mike, I just want to tell you, man, the TMG brothers, they telling me they want you to come home, Mike. They putting pressure on me every day. I know you under contract with Jose, and he's not doing a good job. You know what I mean? I feel like your story should be told to the whole world, Mike. You put me on. It was me and you first in that chat. It was me and you and Lo McKing. He in the chat right now. He told me to get you, bruh. And it's gonna happen, Mike. And you gonna start a revolution. You gonna change the world with this movement, and I believe in you, bruh, because you believed in me. And it's TMG. And you can't say TMG without the M. And you Money Mike, you gotta come home, brother. You know what I mean? I respect the contract, but I believe it's only a one-fight deal. And we can definitely buy you out this contract. I want you to come home with Ness. You know what I'm saying? N.E. Dollar Sign, bro. Let's talk about N.E. Dollar Sign, man. You know what I mean? He knocking out everybody. The only fighter with a knockout. I mean, this guy's fighting everybody. Ness never ducked anybody, bro. He the heavyweight champion, man. He's our Deontay Wilder, and he fights like Riddick Bowe, man. He needs his respect, and he needs an opponent. So who got the cojones? Who got the nuts, man? Who got the balls to fight him? That's what, hey, Mike, we got the best fighters. I want you to come to our stable with Anthony Edwards, and that's two top 5 fighters, bro, in the top 10. I mean, you can't name another stable. Jose, he don't got that. Jay, the bum promoter, the fake promoter.
Cut it. Yo, I'm glad I signed the Age Money, bro. Y'all never gonna forget who the greatest heavyweight of Border Wars history, man. That's what you need. You need a promoter to talk for you while you busy working. You got to stay working. That's what I'm doing. I'm working. I'm going to let my promoter promote and be the greatest he ever was and make me the greatest I could be. That's all it's doing. That's all I'm saying. That's how it's going down. All right, let me go on out to Border Wars participant, champion in emeritus status, Canadian Jose.
Popping all this champagne, popping all this rosé, getting money like Jose, chain code Norway. Shorty want that foreplay. I'm like, no way. Gotta rock it like Coldplay, killing it. OJ, getting cheese like Green Bay. Call me Aaron Rodgers. Hopped out that Dodger, dodging them coppers. My boy got them choppers. You don't want no problems. My boy got them.
What? Bro, Danny Swift Garcia, beast on that mic. Yo, what up, Jose?
Yo, boys, good morning. First of all, just like to say, without a doubt, 2019 Rookie of the Year. I've been around forever. Ness knows this, man. I'm fucking the OG of TBV. There has never been a more dominant Rookie of the Year than our man H Money. Got to give the guy credit, man. Fuck, love that guy, man. If there's going to be somebody that's going to steal fighters away, so be it. That boy's so sharp. That boy's so sharp, man. I'm a huge fan. So if you're looking to sign up, you know, you're a little starstruck by me. It's cool, understandable. Go see H Money. I'm giving him my thumbs up, my seal of approval. I also wanted to extend this special invitation to H Money. Let him know the doors to Canada are open for you. H Money, when you come to my city, a limousine. This is my word. A limousine will pick you up from the airport because you are the man. You deserve that treatment. You deserve the red carpet treatment for H Money. As per Tyson Fury, man, I do got to address this. Like, we live in a world now that's full of hate, discrimination. We got a lot of young people, man, in the world that are taking their lives, that are doing a bunch of shit. I just don't think it's right, man. I think a champion like that, he has the platform. He has the stage. He should make, reparations for what he said. There's nothing wrong in admitting you created fault and you made a fuck up. Just say you fucked up. Say it was wrong. Say you weren't thinking. Say it was a different mindset you had. It's just not right, man, in the world to hate people for no reason at all. For their sexual preference or the way they look, the way they dress, who they have sex with. That's just not right, especially for a champion, man. A champion of a sport that we love so much. I think it just lends the sport a black eye, and I'd like to see him change. And if he doesn't change, then let the world fucking just isolate him, man. Let him be given the Manny Pacquiao treatment. Let a guy like Deontay Wilder show him that the world is love, man. You hear Deontay always talk about love. So maybe Deontay can use this as more leverage to grow more and say that he's going to make things right and teach this man some respect and teach him some love the way it should be, man. So anyway, man, that's why I love Deontay. I don't know what his personal views are. He keeps that shit to himself. all I ever hear the man talk about is love, man. So that's why I like Deontay as much as I do. That's all I got. Border Wars is coming to Canada. Sign up. All expenses covered. It's going to be the greatest show ever. And Mike, TMT, baby, we love you. Peace.
Mike, that's hilarious. That's how he promoted you. Mike, TMT, we love you. Peace.
That's why we on a fight by fight basis, baby. You know
Bro,
what I'm
you
saying?
need to make
Who
that
knows? Who
decision,
knows?
man. You need to come home with me.
Hey man, hey
Yo,
man,
hey, Jemmy, you need to get me that soundbite. Come home with me from
I gotta.
that. Actually, don't give
fulfill.
me no more Jay-Z soundbite. That motherfucker got me flagged the other day. Remember that little shit I was using? Hey, he's so terrible, man. I swear, Jay got all his music on
You gotta
smash.
start going live on title.
He got all his music on smash. I don't even know where it's at no more, but that like the one that was like I'm back or something like that.
Yeah.
Whack, man. Why you hating on me, bruh? Thought we was my mans. Got a super chat from Anthony Edwards says, Jose lying about Canada. Vote to see where Border Wars is. So, what's
It's a
going
vote
on?
out. It's a page out.
No, that's what they want. They want, because, Jose's making a push. Jose's offering a lot of shit. And it's hard not to want to take Jose's deal. He's offering, you just fly in. You just got to pay for your flight. And he's going to pick you up. You're going to have a hotel. You're going to have a car. You're going to go to the fight. It's going to be in an arena. They're going to sell tickets. There's going to be lights. There's going to be an announcer. He put videos and clips of the past events. He's going to link up with Angelo Huracan, who's already been throwing events over there. And he showed his video. I mean, I'm with it because of the production of it, man. You know what I mean? That's the direction Border Wars needs to keep going. But he's at this point needs to gain trust amongst the Border Wars community. That being said,
what's the scheduled date for this event?
Same one. Yo, but don't make that face. You don't even know. Them tickets are cheaper. Like a ticket for me to Canada.
I gotta get a passport.
Yeah, but that's cheap. You could do that in the mail, or you could do same day expedite service, or you could do in the post office, and it take you a week.
Okay.
But Canada's cheaper. Remember, we get there, we get $1.30 for our dollar. So on top of that, flights for me out of Jersey was like $305. Eric Cruz from Texas found $89 one-way flights. So it's just cheaper, It's a 5-hour flight, one stop. Well, for me, 5 hour.
Around like 3, I think.
I mean, only reason I ain't shutting it down is because I know it's like he said, he's been calling in, man, 10 years at least. I know Jose, and he's always been a supporter. For those that just think he's been supporting with Patreon, nah. Before there was the creation of Patreon or whatever that is, Jose's been updating the website. He's a graphic designer himself. But he usually just does big companies, so won't be giving out his information unless you have a big company, I guess. But he gets all that done for us. He updates our site. He adds the graphics. He's attended every appreciation night. He's sponsored, donated numerous things. He's donated the trophies for these people who are callers of the year. Jose's donated your trophy. These are things that don't get said, but they call him a clown, and that's why I always vouch for him, because they don't know what he does. You know what I mean? It's not my business to put out every kind deed that he does. But that's why I look crazy. You got Sal in the chat calling me a flip flopper, and it's because of that. It's because they haven't experienced Jose. Me and Jose were eating chicken in a pool in Vegas, both fat as fuck, and I was like 280, bro. We was looking like 2 zeros. I'm telling you, we was fat in the water with drumsticks. But like, that's how far we go.
Y'all niggas eating. Y'all was hungry. Javier said go back to him when you get a chance.
Yo, that's how far we go back, champ. Javier on a boomerang status. What it do?
Hey man, shout out. I just want to
That
say,
nigga Jimmy said he just challenged Jose to a graphic design contest.
Hey, shout out, happy Juneteenth, that's the abolishment of slavery day, I just want to shout that out real quick. Like,
I thought Juneteenth was the day that the slaves in Texas found out that they were free, like a year or months after it was already done.
It represents the abolishment of slavery. Like,
Right.
I got it up right now. You know, I had to look it up to make sure I was correct. You feel me? I ain't want to come on here
Hey, read
sounding
that whole
stupid.
story, man, and let me know if I'm right or not.
Yeah, you're right. It was Texas too. But anyways,
Mike knows so much information.
no. He knows stuff, and then he don't know a lot of shit too, bro. Don't let Mike fool you.
Don't
That
soup him
nigga
up. Don't soup him up.
Mike retarded on and some shit. Uh Hey, Tyson Fury, he's still a hoe, bro. If Deontay said half the shit Tyson Fury said, y'all niggas would never let Deontay live, bro. As a black man, we gotta live motherfucking on eggshells, bro. If Deontay said even a quarter of what Tyson Fury said, bro, they would have got his ass up out of here. They wouldn't even think about it. Every time Deontay come up, oh, here comes that dude. Oh, he hates gays, but they don't bring that shit up at all with him. Like Mike said, bro, he on ESPN. ESPN grill everybody else, but all of a sudden they don't want to grill Tyson Fury. That motherfucker Max was finna ask him a question. He said, "I don't want any negativity around me." Man, you don't shut your punk ass up and answer the
Oh
question.
yeah, I seen that, man. He cut Max off before Max could even get it off.
Exactly, bro. Like, damn, folks can't ask you questions now unless this motherfucker something you want, man. Shut that shit up, bro. I hope Deontay KO the fuck out this nigga. I hope the leg goes stiff type KO. Then knock that nigga hairline even back further, bro. I hate this nigga Tyson Fury, bro.
Damn,
Fuck that
hate is
nigga.
a strong word, champ.
I said he hate people, so why can't I hate him?
That was his past.
Hey, he
Man,
said
his
I hate
past, that's
people.
how he feel, nigga.
We don't know if he
Don't let
feel
that
that
shit
way.
fool you, bro.
We don't know if he feel that way after
Man, I
battling
know how that
depression
nigga
and
feel.
mental health. We
Bro,
don't
he said
know.
what he said. I don't want to hear that mental health shit, nigga. He said what he said. He knew what he meant. I don't want to hear none of that fuck shit. That's a lie.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Skirt. We're going out to Mastermind in Texas. My stablemate, Future, pay-per-view on Border Wars. American versus Mexican. Big Super Mexicano. Joseph Rodriguez. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, Ness? Good morning, Ness. Good morning, Mike. How y'all doing today?
Chilling.
What up? What up?
I
What
just
up?
Mike got
want
his
to
head down,
comment
man.
on.
He ain't part of the
Right?
stable, man.
What up? What up, homie?
Oh yeah, man. Mike, you gotta come on. You gotta join the team, Mike. I'm telling you, it's gonna be the best decision you make for your career. We finna main event Canada, baby. That's gonna be. I'm looking forward to that if we vote that in. Um, Real quick, I just want to talk about Tyson Fury's statements. I mean, the article. It's. I don't agree with anything he said. But at the same time, people are entitled to their own beliefs. Especially when you come over to America, we have something called freedom of speech. Although I mean, Tyson Fury is English is from the UK, but still in America we practice freedom of speech, freedom of religion. So we have the right to believe what we believe, just because people don't agree with it. And I don't think he has ever been malicious about it. I've never seen Tyson Fury beat the drum on those thoughts or beliefs. He kind of avoids the subject. So I think I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know what everybody believes behind closed door, how everybody feels about certain things, and that's okay. Not everybody agrees on everything. That's the beauty of life. Is we have the free will to believe and pursue our own things. So if he's not beating the drum about it and constantly pushing it on people, I don't think it should be something we uh, we zero in on, and that goes for anybody, not just Tyson Fury. But if somebody's not beating the drum and constantly pushing that message, then I feel like they're free to believe what they want. So that's all my thoughts on that. Oh, but hey, man, fuck Abner Myers. I never got my damn signed glove. I just wanted to put that out there. I was listening to the
Yo,
O
no,
show
no, no.
yesterday.
I text her again, and she actually hit me up like 1 in the morning, bro. I'm gonna read it to
No
you.
way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She
Okay,
hit me
cool.
up. She said, "Really? Adidas was supposed to send it out on the 23rd of whatever month I told you," and then she said, "Let me get on it, on them," and as they said, it was done. So I'm gonna text her now. I mean, she's on West Coast though, so just remind me, dog. Like I only
Nah,
text
you
whenever
good.
you tell me. That's the thing. But I'll make sure you get that. No, no doubt.
I had honestly forgot about it till, like I said, I was bored listening to some old TBV, and I was like, oh shit, I never got that glove, and that was like from January.
Yeah, bro. When I went through the texts, I seen it was January like 11th, and I put that in my text. Look, I let her know. I said, Hello, Blank. Just checking in as the winner of the Abner Mars contest is asking for the update on the status of the glove that he won January 11th. So then I was like a little sarcastic. I'm like, should I just tell him forget it? Because he continuously is hitting me up about it. She was like, no, no. So we'll get
Oh
on it,
yeah.
bro.
Well,
Make
I
sure you
appreciate you for
remind
doing
me.
that, Ness.
Of course, man. Y'all my family, bro. Without y'all, there is
Oh
no
yeah.
TBV, man. Let me get to
Damn
some other
straight.
callers. We got B. Paulie. Talk to me.
What's going on, B Polly?
B. Paulie.
Yo, what up, man? I'm still muted.
You good?
Oh, what up, Chance, man? What's up, Gibbs? What's up, Mike?
What's the business?
Chilling.
Man. Hey, support Border Wars, everybody. Y'all smash that like, man. Y'all don't be hating on H Money. And yeah, man. Look, this is my opinion on the whole thing, man. I have a problem, with the LGBT sometimes, but it's not just with them. A lot of times, a lot of people want to force people into their way of thinking, and look at them in a negative light because they say something that's extremely against what, they particularly believe in. And honestly, me personally, that's just the name of the game. You got to, whenever you come out to the public, you got to be able to accept the negative and the positive, the support and the backlash. You got to be able to hold your own, and at the end of the day, if people don't agree with you, they just don't agree with you. It don't matter what they say about you, and who they are. It's really about their intent and your intent at the time. So, my perspective on that. I mean, first of all, you a transgender. I'm not about to say you no woman. You still a dude because to me that's lying to myself. Like I'm not about to participate in a delusion because you want to be delusional. That don't make sense logically. And it's not about the Bible or religion. It's really just looking at pure logic, pure nature. Like I'm not about to call a dog a tree when I see a dog. That don't make sense. Like I call things how I see them, but that's just my perspective too. You know what I mean? But and girl, I think that it ain't just about love all the time. Me personally, I'm about love, right? But you got to take the good with the bad, and that goes for everything. It ain't always about love. And even if Tyson Fury still feel that way, he got the right to feel how he feels.
Cut it.
Stone Boxing. Talk to me.
Yo, what up, fellas? Let me take it off speaker real quick. Sorry about that. Yo, what up?
What
Yeah,
up?
man, that's crazy. You was talking about zoning that. So I'm going to the damn down to the city right now because out here we can grow weed in our backyard. So we got 8 feet tall weed plants, and then we can only have 6 feet tall fences. So we got to go get permits to get taller fences. It's ridiculous.
Yo, and that's another thing I hate, bro. Out here, we can only do fucking 5 to 6 feet. I want 12 feet. In Texas, in Frisco, Texas, bro, they got 12 feet solid wood gate. You can't see in, can't nobody jump over. That's what
I
I
gotta
want.
pay. I had to pay extra to get the wood because here you can have 5 up to 6 feet metal fencing, but you can't have all of that shit.
Bro, it don't make no
It's
sense,
ridiculous.
bro. Tell me about it. They some haters. That's all. They hating. They want
Hey,
money. It costs
and
money to get their permit.
yeah, and you know how you said your dad had you doing installation, so I made my grow room on the inside bigger, so I had to take down a wall. You can't even remove insulation no more. You got to call a professional company in because of asbestos,
Asbestos.
bro.
Yeah, you got to make sure.
Yes. Yeah,
Gotta
it's
make sure.
crazy.
Let me tell you something, bro. I know the world is listening to this, but if anybody out there finds asbestos, take care of that shit yourself. Soak some towels and whatever got the asbestos, remove it with them soaked towels. Put on some, shit, oxygen masks. Don't buy them little cheap
Uh
styrofoam ones,
huh.
but you better off illegally removing that shit because it costs a
Yeah,
motherfucker to remove.
yeah, I had,
And if
yeah.
you got airborne asbestos, they covering your whole house in the top. You gonna have to leave your house, bro. You don't want them problems.
Yeah, it went from a $2,000 wall removal to a $6,000 people coming in
Oh
suits
my
removing asbestos, bro. And
god,
then I'm not even sure they found asbestos. You just got to make them come. So because if you throw the stuff away, you can get basically fined and sued by the state if they
Mm-mm.
find like stuff in your trash that had asbestos
Listen,
or a dump site.
the only silver lining on this story is that 6,000 was something you had to pay for a grow room that's big enough to hold 8 foot fucking plants. What the hell?
That's outside my backyard. I got 8 feet
So what you
plants in my
got in this grow?
backyard, but
What you got in this
yeah,
room?
oh yeah, the money wasn't the issue, I mean, but the grow room that's for more where I breed and where you can crossbreed strains and
Oh
have a
man,
more
I got me a
more.
genius on here. You need to. No wonder it's stone bone boxing. I get
Yeah,
it now.
I'll be on y'all Instagram and stuff. I'll be posting all of the different strains and shit. Be showing my face all through there
Yo,
with
hit
the
me up on my
walking through
personal
the.
one. Hit me up on my personal one because I'm on that more. So like, I'll definitely follow you, especially if you into the bud and you growing and posting. Because I love marijuana. I can't move. I can't wait to move here to be somewhere where it's like you, where I could just grow my own shit. I love.
Yeah,
Yo,
if you
that's
come,
my
hey,
passion, man. I think
it's
that's
getting
my
right.
next
The
podcast.
laws is changing out there on the east, man. But if you do come out here, man, like I walk through my backyard in my flip flops, sniffing 6, 7 feet tall plants. Hey,
Damn.
but the
Info
thing
Joe
about
like that too. He got a hella strains in his garage.
hey, man, it's lovely, bro. But when Bob Arum talking about this Wilder fight, everybody was talking about, oh, Wilder's stupid. He didn't take the zone 100 million. Even I was thinking that. You know what I mean? But now I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, so you telling me Wilder gonna fight Fury again? He's gonna fight Ortiz, Fury, in Brazil and make the same $100 million that he would have made fighting Brazil and Joshua twice? That's a robbery. If he, so you telling me he was supposed to fight Joshua twice, and with another fight, 3 fights only equal 100. He should have made 100 mil almost probably in one night fighting Joshua.
I
How
mean,
Bob Arum,
I'm
how
saying,
Bob
dog, if
Arum
we thinking
talking?
in retrospect, man, it's
Yeah,
hard to
we are.
say. Like, it's hard, right? Like, I get you. I'm with your argument that he made the right. I even had a printout, like a thumbnail that was gonna say, "Did Wilder make the right decision not taking 100 mil?" But I didn't want to really change the subject that much with that. But
Yeah,
I'm with you. I think that he made the right decision. I think that he's gonna receive more money than the 100 million. But I also feel like, in retrospect, seeing what happened, I do feel that he made the wrong decision because look at what Andy
yeah,
Ruiz
because he
did.
could have knocked him out, huh?
And look at what Andy
Yeah,
Ruiz did. Look how popular he became overnight. What would have had done for Wilder, who's way more boisterous, way more
yeah,
dangerous? Like,
yeah.
who knows
But
what it
how?
could have been?
But I know. But real quick before I get off, but how bad would it have looked if Wilder knocked out Joshua, and then Joshua them and Eddie Hearn did like they doing Ruiz? We got him under contract. He the winner. He barely getting what he got the last fight. Joshua still's gonna make 100 million. You know that would have been the whole scenario. Like
Wait,
Wilder
wait,
would have been like under their
wait a minute,
control after he knocked him out.
wait a minute.
Because
Are you saying?
the
Hold on.
contract was the
Are
contract was 40 for the first fight and 40 for the second. Win or lose. So if he knock him out, instead of him getting closer to that 100 and Joshua getting 40, like reality would say, he still would have only got 40. And
I get
Joshua
you.
wouldn't have got that 100. Eddie Hearn them would have. So man, I think he did the right thing.
I get you, but I don't know, man. Is Eddie saying that? Have you seen an interview, Mike, where Eddie's saying like taking shots at Ruiz? Because that's what kind of felt like he insinuated. Did
They
you?
just dropped the interview with IFL, so I gotta watch it.
All right. Well, let me go out to T Plums. Talk to me.
What's going on, T Plums? Talk to her. What's the business?
What's good, fellas? What's good? So, if I'm not mistaken, was comments on for Tyson Fury to the effect of before the world ends, homosexual gonna be legal, pedophilia and abortion?
Yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't
That's
preference it.
that's
He didn't preference it before the world ends. But I told the people that's straight out the Bible.
right. So what I'm saying is like, how is that don't make it a hate thing? Like, if you say somebody, to be honest with you, like I ain't gonna put. Well, I'll say it, I don't care. I kind of agree with him, but the thing is, that don't mean you hate nobody. It's like this sensitive world we live in. You say, nah, I don't agree with you, cuz oh, oh, he hates me, and then you know what I'm saying, they cancel you for all that. But they can say whatever the hell they want to say to somebody that's straight, or you know, somebody that's what the word is. That's human nature, or whatever. They say whatever the hell they want to somebody that's doing things like I guess they feel like they were made to do it, like being straight or whatever. And then we just got to take it and run with it. But like, I don't get that hypocrisy. Like, you can't say nothing. Like, you ain't allowed to stand on nothing in this world no more. Like, you ain't allowed to be a man and stand on your own 10 no more. Like, I can't stand that hypocrisy because you got to just agree with everything they tell you, but they ain't got to agree with nothing you tell them. It's like, bruh, I don't hate you, but I don't think you're right. You know what I'm saying?
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
T Plums, thanks for calling in. We going out to loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. UK, stand up. Talk to us. You're unmuted. All you gotta do is talk. Loyalty, going once.
2 times.
2 times.
Bye-bye.
Damn. Loyalty. Sucks. He usually calls in to defend Tyson.
Hey.
All right. Well,
maybe his internet is like laggy.
Looks that way. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Once again, I'm looking for a landscaper. Southside Deucey loves calling in late night. Southside Deucey.
Yo, man. Shout out to Border Wars, man. I just called up to let everybody know I am the greatest. I'm going to shock the entire Border Wars. I'm going to shake up the Border Wars. I am the greatest. You hear me? I'm going to tell you what round I'm going to do it in, and then I'm going to get it done. I'm going to do it in 2, and the brew going to be through. And if you think I can't do it, say I can't get it done. I'm going to do it in 1. You understand me? I'm the Ali of Border Wars. If you want to be validated, you got to come through me.
So, what division you in?
155 or anything. I don't care, man. Anything under 168, you got to come see me.
And who's your first fight?
Dazn. That's what we going to lock it in with, Dazn.
Oh, you want Lauren. You got to submit that footage, man. You know Lauren is advised by me. Damn, Mr. Loyalty. Now you want to be all with all the background noise. Fucking shit.
What is me?
Yeah, so Lauren is advised by me. Unfortunately, you're going to have to send me any offers. We got a lot of offers, to be honest with you. We got Jose offering 2 Canadians. We got a dude right here in Jersey. You know, then we got Lauren's own wants. He wants little Sally from Cali. You know, and, you know, we have to have some conversations with some of H Money fighters because he's got a couple fighters that Lauren wants. So Lauren got a long list of people, man. But, you know, submit that footage, man. We're going to see because he's the most feared without a fight. And you're the only one talking like you want that sauce. And, you know, it sounds like it could be something. But we got to see what you're working with.
I'm going to submit the footage, bro. We definitely.
Damn, you there? Southside Deuce.
Look at that.
Loyalty, man. I mean, you know what? I don't got to deal with this. Like, I'm going to just hang up on you. I'm not even going to warn y'all no more. That's it. Dunsky. I don't got to deal with this, bro. Don't have to deal with this. All right? Now they want to call back. Now they want to call back. You know what I'm saying? Don't have to deal with this, man. I got to get that shit together. Loyalty, I know who it is. Like, Skype gives me... It lets me know whose mic is hot and whose is not. Like, yours is hot right now. Your logo right now is glowing like Leroy from Bruce Leroy. When I mute you, it stops glowing. They put a ring around you to indicate that you are the speaker. Damn. We getting out the gym. Loyalty.
Like Ghost Rider.
Talk to us, man. Talk to us.
Can you hear me, yeah?
Talk to us.
Good. So first of all, Christ King. Christ is King. I think that article sounds more like a hired professional writer with an extensive boxing background, boxing knowledge, inside information, That sounds like an alias, an agenda to discredit Fury and Christianity. The Bible is the truth. Why is the fight not being built on the positivity of the fighters instead of discrediting the opponent for something that happened 6 to 7 years ago? Most people in America don't understand the backlash what Fury experienced when this first come about. He got terrored by the UK public, absolutely terrored. So he's paid his dues. He said what he said. That was then. This is now.
Yeah, but you do understand that the writer's saying that ESPN isn't making America aware of it. You're saying he paid his dues and he got backlash in the UK, but Americans didn't know what he said.
It's all the articles were on the internet. It's global. It's worldwide. That's an agenda by somebody to try and discredit Fury. And Ness, what you doing on a transgender website, bro?
It's not a transgender website, my friend.
Well,
Now you'll get censored because you have no
Hey, why this nigga try to come for you like that,
argument.
man?
You have no argument, so you try to take
This
a
nigga just try to
ridiculous
come
shot.
for you like
I
you
gave you
just-
guys the popularity of the website. I gave you the comparison
Oh
to
my
show you
God.
how popular it is by comparing it to ESPN, who's ranked 102 in the world. This website is ranked 2,000 in the world. Okay, think about that for a second. Think about that. You would be so popular if you were ranked 2,000 in the world amongst all men. Just think about that, you silly little man. You know? And it's cool because I get you. I'm not gonna ban you or censor you because I understand, and I told Mike like 2 calls ago, you are Fury's Lord and Savior. Like, you want to protect him. And that's cool. Fury needs to have fans.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
You know, he really does need to have fans that come out in the masses. AJ fans were thicker. We had to call them AJ protectors. Like, you're the only Fury fan that calls in. So, you know, I'm not gonna.
He's only Dawson that
I'm
calls
not
in.
gonna. No, he's not a Dawson. He's a Tyson Fury fan. I'm not
I
gonna
thought
ban
Dawson
him.
was an upstanding term.
No. Dawson's like a suitcase carrier.
A bellboy.
Yeah, bellhop. But anyway,
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna hop my ass up out of here. Peace. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. I'm out.
Cross 1911 on IG and Cross 2312 on Twitter. Peace.